Good morning. It's a little over 6. The sun isn't even up, but it's quiet here. No cicadas, almost none. Just some birds and some bees. I like this hour. It's just so early. Most of the time, I'm doing a first round with my coffee. Check if all the plants are doing well. And I'm already thinking about today, the tasks of today, what I want to do. So, let's do it together. I flip the camera so you can see what I see. Okay, cheers. Okay, check. So, always good to check which direction the sun will come up. Sunflowers will tell you that. I really like this one. Get my coffee first. Zucchinis. Pumpkins. I see you. Forgot to think out loud. Um, I think I would like to have some cabbage here. Cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli. Another thing I need to think about is some shade cloth for these tomatoes. I use this as a shade cloth, but I'm not very happy with it. Another zucchini. Our pollinators are already at work. Finally starting to flower. Just like those over there. Okay, so what am I going to do today? I need to edit some videos today. It takes a lot of time. I think I'm also going to create some soil blocks and put some seeds in it. I love this view, especially at this hour. Makes me want to whisper. I'm going to finish my coffee, and I'll see you back later. I had to move my setup because the cicadas were making too much noise. So I think I found a pretty quiet spot here. We'll test it. I'm still experimenting with different soil mixes here. What I'm using now isn't perfect, it isn't ideal. It's a peat-based substrate. I sifted it to make it finer for seeding. So I try to remove all the big chunks and big parts. You will sift these things out, and small seeds Don't like all those chunky bits. So let me show you the difference. Here we have nice, fine seeding soil. These are the chunky bits that come out of it. Probably great for mulching. That's nice. I'll add some water. I usually do this on the ground, not on this table. It's a bit too high for me now. Oh, we're getting there. I should be able to make a ball out of it. Yeah, yeah. And when I squeeze it, some water may come out of it. So I think it's perfect. Nice. So, this is my soil block maker. It's pretty straightforward. You fill it with slightly moist soil. Place it on a surface. Press the blocks out of the device, and drop a seed in a little hole on top of each block. And fill it up. Like I said, I normally do this on the ground. This is not an ideal height for me. I'll show you just in a minute. So it's filled up to here. And a minute, I'll be right back. Oh, like this. Now, press it on a surface, squeeze it, and pull it up. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I'll show you for close up. So, there you go. These are some nice tight blocks. Great shape. And a small hole on top of it where you can place the seed. Here we have a row of freshly pressed soil blocks. Okay, so today I want to sow some seeds we brought back with us. I've got some sage and wallflower. They're from our own garden. But I also picked up some nasturtium, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, lovely yellow beans, borage, kale, peas, and more. And the seeding itself isn't that difficult. You notice that there are some holes in the blocks. So in this case I'm doing the peas. I go for one seed per block. And I'll cover it up a little. Another advantage of soil blocks is that plants won't become root bound. Watering will be a bit of a challenge, especially now with the heat, but using soil blocks helps reduce transplant shock later on, and it gives me more control while the seedlings are still vulnerable. Next I go for the Phaseolus vulgaris nanos. Beans. Cute yellow beans. And finally, one row left here. I will make another block, another tray with blocks, and some kale, curly kale. Right, that's it. Now for labels, we use cut up plastic containers, mostly yogurt. It's ideal. You don't have to buy an extra plastic, and if you use a permanent marker you can reuse it if you would be a little bit more organized than me. Let's start with the peas. I think that I will be placing these on our terrace, where it's most of the time there's some shade. I can keep an eye on them and I can water them regularly because we sit there often. Yeah, be right back. And finally, about the watering, do it carefully, just a little bit. Uh, if they soak up all the water in a few minutes, you might give it a bit more. Let's see how these seedlings do it in the coming days. If you have tips or great recipes for awesome soil mixes, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.